See shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? I lost the light, look in your eyes. I come you down, let it shine. I see shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? Tell me now, where did you go?
Hello there, sugar honey iced tea. How you doing? Princess India here. I have a message for somebody. I don't know who and I don't know what it is, but I have that unrested feeling that I feel when I have to say something. So I had no idea what to do. I was going to throw out cards, but I figured I'd get the party going by doing my random, not so random read, just to get my feet wet. This is me testing the waters of the energy to make sure that I'm not getting into anything that I don't want to get into. Just saying. Throwing that out there. So let's see. Spirit, please give me clear and direct guidance for whoever this reading is for. I don't know who it is, but welcome if it's for you. What we do with a random, not so random read, the main thing that I'm looking at, and this is the spread that I use in the extended readings, but it's me looking into the inner psychology of the person. So we're looking at their superficial thoughts about you. And not superficial as in like that kind of superficial, but like fleeting thoughts. So just like those little buzzes that go across their head. Then we look at their present thoughts about you. We look at their subconscious impression of you, which may or may not be the truth, because this is solely from the person's perspective. And then how they feel about you and whatnot or whatever. So let's go ahead. Okay, that's funny. I'm shuffling my deck. I noticed the Ace of Cups was at the bottom of the deck. Don't y'all be getting me with the okie doke again, because that third party reading spirit got me. And I don't feel like I can get got tonight because, you know, I'm prepared for anything. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this puppy. And then we're going to pull some initial cards and find out what signs this is for. So let's see, my dear. It's late in the day. I get slow like a bull late in the day, so don't judge me. All right, so first, oh wait, let me get their overall at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so overall energy for your person of interest. Their initial thoughts about you, if I could pick up the card. Oh, how appropriate. We have the Four of Cups. Then we have, oh God, your poor person, the Eight of Swords. Okay. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, this is interesting. So, all right, with you guys, person of interest, they're in a hella stagnant state. They're contemplating and trying to figure out what the hell to do with their life. Not their life in relation to you, my friend. So they're trying to make a decision. They're constantly going back and forth because they're just trying to contemplate what's best for them. Well, not necessarily what's best for them, but what's best for both of you. So I would say that who this reading is for, it's going to be for people who are in separation, right? Everybody in every relationship situation is getting a reading. This is me, ooh, you know? But anyway, so I would say this is someone you're in separation from. They're contemplating on coming back. They know that they can make an offer. It's just the question on if they want to. The energy that I'm getting from this, I kind of dig it though, because the sensation that I get, oh God, I'm hearing a song. This is the worst thing ever in America. My friends are going to get a kick out of this. The song that I'm hearing, it's a song by her and Speak of the Devil. One of my friends I was thinking about just text me. This is my life, people. don't have psychic friends, and she's doing it. I can't. Back to your reading. So anyway, the song that I'm hearing is by her, and that's the chick's name. And I had posted it on my Instagram page at one point in time, but the song is called Hard Place. That's what I'm hearing right now. So your person is in a hard place. You're caught between your love and a hard place. So anywho, they're stuck in their head because I feel like you guys have history behind this. Like, you know, I don't feel like this is kind of somebody that someone would have just met, but this is someone you have history with and you guys are not speaking presently. And they know, because it's kind of like all options have been run out. So it's being at a place now where it's like, okay, it's either they come correct or don't come at all. So if you've been feeling energetically, like this person, you know, like you felt their energy, like, you know how they say, like, when you think about someone or someone crosses your mind, it's usually because they're thinking about you, like they are, but they're thinking, what's the best route to go? And presently, they're not coming towards you because they're going back and forth in their head. Like, they literally don't know. Like, they know, and I literally feel like it's just two options. It's either I don't come back at all, right? Or it's that I come back with, like, a tangible offer, commitment type stuff, right? If not, then they don't come back, right? So their thoughts towards you presently, whoa, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, that's appropriate because things didn't work out last time. Dog, I don't know. This feels soulmatey. Things, I'm gonna just say it like this. Things were a shit show last time. That's just the best way to say it. I can't even sugarcoat that. It was a shit show. I feel like it was drama, it was chaos. Like, I feel like both of you guys walked away from this situation feeling like emotionally bankrupt, feeling off kilter. I feel this energy, dude. It feels like PTSD, but it's not PTSD. But it's like, it's in that same frequency as it's like traumatized. Like, I feel like both people, and I don't even feel like it's just one person. I legit feel like both people traumatized each other because this situation was literally so tumultuous. And I feel like it's because, and this is perfect in the fact that I had this conversation earlier. But I legit really think what it is, it's the fact that there was no framework, there was no stable foundation. And, you know, when a foundation isn't stable, of course, things are going to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Houses are going to shift and things of the sort. So I feel like this was hella chaotic, you know, hella chaotic. And I feel seeing the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here as opposed to the Ten of Cups, this is letting me know that it's kind of like having all of the pieces to a jigsaw puzzle and putting the puzzle together, but putting some pieces in the wrong place because you were in so much of a rush to get the puzzle done that you just stuck some stuff places where it really don't go. So you got some sky where the grass is, some grass where the sky is, because you was just trying to have it to be finished type of deal. That's the vibe that I get. It's like, I feel it wasn't just one person. It's like it's both people, and both people not seeing full on, like not seeing the roles that either one of them played and more or less pointing the finger at the other person. But that got stuff to the point where it was just a shit show, for a lack of better words. Now, their subconscious impression, we have the Four of Swords. So you guys are definitely in separation and you're in silence. Like, I feel, well, I always say I feel. That's always so funny. I know. I don't think you're intentionally poker facing, but that's how they see it, because the word I heard was mum. Okay, I don't use that word because it makes me think of onion mums, but that's neither here nor there. I'm a Taurus, leave me alone. So anywho, mum, does that mean like, I don't even know what that means. Is that like even keel, like emotionless? I'm gonna have to look that up. But anywho, that's the word I heard. But what Princess was going to say is more or less poker facing it. It's like almost like a person couldn't read you because it's just being blank. And not necessarily like in a melancholy kind of sense, but it's just blank. You know what I mean? It's almost as if you've kind of checked out, but I really want to stress it's not in like a depressed kind of way. It's kind of just you're moving along with business. So they can't really gauge you, right? So it's almost like me seeing it legit like dude in the casket. Like you don't know if he's smiling behind there. You don't know if he's crying. You don't know what he's doing because it's like a representation of him, right? So I feel whatever it is that you're literally feeling or what you're literally going through, I don't feel anyone knows that because it's kind of like a veneer or a mask in a non-negative sense of how it is that you're going along with things presently, right? And almost kind of so much so, I feel like this person is trying to gauge where you are to help them in their confusion. But because you're not really giving them anything, it still kind of puts them in this place. So it's almost as if, it's making me think of my Libra brother. It's like almost wanting you to be a tiebreaker. It's like for every reason, like for every pro is the same number of cons that they have. But then it's like looking to you to be the tiebreaker. So almost kind of like one of those things where they'd make a decision based on if you said this one particular thing, like say if you were, I don't know, like on social media and like taking selfies with a whole bunch of chicks or a whole bunch of dudes or whatever, it like that would be a tiebreaker for them. It's like, oh, see, I shouldn't go back because of this, but you're not giving them that. So it still forces them to be personally accountable and have to make this decision on their own type of deal. Now, how they feel about you, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Did I say reverse? I didn't mean to say reverse. It's upright. It's late, y'all. Leave me alone. Anyway, but with the Six of Swords, they feel like you're moving on. Like, they feel almost as if, and I think this is more like fear-based, because I just heard fear. The thing that they're afraid of, because they're trying to make the right decision, but And I'm saying that with this Four of Swords energy, there's nothing wrong with you being in this place. Like, I think that's more helpful than anything. But it's like them being afraid that maybe the decision may inadvertently be made for them. You know? And I feel like that causes more anxiety. So it's really putting pressure on them to make a choice. But, I really feel like the person, they have to center themselves in the present, man, because with the Four of Cups, I always look at the fact that it's fears of the past and fears of the future that keep a person stagnant in the present. And it's a need to understand that your power exists in the present. And what happens future tense is totally contingent upon what we do in the now. So the solution for them, which is neither here nor there, because we know they ain't watching me, is that the person drop into their heart space and follow their emotions, right? But they feel that you're moving on. Their overall energy, we have the Five of Swords. Man, this is like mental self-abuse. Poor man or woman can't win for losing in their own brain. Poor Tink Tink. Aw, Tink Tink. Little Tink Tink. Sorry. I don't know why I feel like I want to even use these, and I probably shouldn't because I don't barely even use those cards anymore. But yeah, man, with the Five of Swords, it's like, and that being their overall energy, I think, to me, I feel that it's like a wake-up call. I'm at 13 minutes. Help me, Lord. This is more or less like a wake-up call. Like how I'm being shown, it's like, it's a wake-up call to where it's like a stab in their gut, if I could put it that way. Like a stab in the gut because I don't, like how I said, like with the blaming each other. And I don't know if you guys have recently had an epiphany of, you know, contributions into this whole shit show conflict we got going on here. But they have. It's like, I feel like it became very clear to this person, and I feel like this is more or less this realization is what got them into this mindset. Because I think prior to, they were just like, oh, it's just them, they're this, they're that. But then they have this epiphany, seeing like kind of the BS that they did, and them trying to do this whole, you know, head game, you know, competitive, I have to win every single argument, I have to have the last word type of stuff, is them seeing how that not only hurt you, but it hurt themselves as well. And that's what kind of gave that thing where it's, should I stay or should I go? And that's kind of bringing me back to this whole foundational energy. It's like, I feel what the thing is that, and this is no accident that I had this conversation earlier with my friends. We were talking about relationships and stuff. I feel what the whole problem is that these are two people who were not on the same page. Nobody was really clear about what this is, what we're doing, how we're doing it, but then still wanting things to flow. But it's like, that's very triggering for both people. And it puts two people in a position to where you're both going to operate out of your lower energy. I will go into a whole lecture on that. I'm not even joking. Like, when we're talking situationship level stuff, this reading is supposed to be really quick, y'all, but I told y'all that Spirit was going to have me say something. When we talk about situationships, the reason why these are so disparaging to society as a whole, because I'm convinced situationships are the root of a lot of problems in the world today. But anyway, I'm being dramatic. But anyway, the whole issue with this is, when you're in a situationship, it's not a relationship. It just seems like one because you have the perks of a relationship. Okay? So you're banging each other. You're going on little pseudo dates and things of the sort. You lay up, Netflix and chill and all of these other things, right? So you have the illusion thereof of a relationship. Now, the thing that is devoid in a situationship is responsibility, right? You're in a circumstance where there's no verbal contract between two people. So technically, without these titles that everyone has so much of an aversion to, and not putting it on Facebook, even though nobody's on Facebook to see that you're on Facebook anymore, there's no sense of responsibility. There's no sense of commitment or, you know, responsibility for the person. So a lot of times a person could want another person or expect the other person to show up for them, and they don't. Because the two people in this situationship have two different concepts of what this is, right? One person can be emotionally detached and just understand, I just do relationship stuff with you. That doesn't mean I'm with you. But the other person can be under the impression that this is test driving it for it to grow into a relationship. But whenever you talk relationship stuff, there's now an aversion from the other person, you know? Or that starts an argument and you're trying to pressure me and this and that. So I say all of that to say that it puts both people into a position to where it's like the most fertile soil to react from your lower energy. You know what I'm saying? Because you have one person who wants clarity, but the clarity or the request for clarity is coming off as control and domination, which is a trigger for this person who naturally wants to control and dominate because at one point in their life they felt controlled and dominated, right? So they come out with their good old Emperor reverse energy, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just this constant back and forth between the two. That's what I'm seeing in the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That's what I mean by shit show. To the point where it is just tumultuous, emotional, just back and forth, up and down. Like it's just freaking drama to where it'll drain the life out of a person. You know what I mean? Or both people, or people who are even surrounded. The damn dog, I don't know, you know. Little Fido don't like all that arguing and things. He's over here trying to meditate and be serene and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but that's the vibe that I get. And the reason why situations like that are so disparaging and so conflicting is because there isn't a secure attachment there isn't secure, authentic intimacy. There isn't trust. So by default, or you can only default to hypervigilance and self-protection and defense. So it's going to be good times temporarily before something happens, like the person does something that makes you feel even more insecure than you feel, because it's an insecure attachment because you got an uneven foundation. You know what I'm saying? And that brings a person to go even deeper into their lower self, if that makes sense. That's how relationships, situationships become toxic, right? Because both people are operating out of their lower energy, and it's all because there isn't a secure attachment. It's like one person is looking for validation, you know what I mean? Or both people could be looking for validation, you know what I'm saying? It depends on the specifics of the situation. I have no idea why I needed to lecture you on that, but I did it. This reading is literally supposed to be like 7 minutes, and now it's 20. But guess what? So let's see who this could be for. We have Aries and we have Capricorn. Didn't y'all just come up in the last one? No, Aries and Capricorn. Stop trying to steal all the readings. Oh, so greedy. Y'all legit came up as the, I forgot which one that was. I don't think that was a third party one. Libra and Taurus. Didn't I say that I thought about my Libra brother? Libra and Taurus. And let's get some initials. And there's no major arcana here. If we were to just go by elements, it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. That's all I see is swords. And okay, first we have R, first initial. We have J. Don't you talk about my handwriting. RJ. Was Yam RJ? Or Junior? I'm lame. Leave me alone. I try to be cool sometimes. Then we have O. I be trying to make words out of this. OJ. And then we have H. I'm so childish. And if we put these together, we have Ho. So this reading is for hoes too. I'm so childish. I love your freaking face. I'll talk to you guys sooner than later. Deuces.
Energy. About to get in and fuck up the industry.